This is a 12-pod garden. The general design is one that is very similar to other units. However, this one has something very unique. Hold on, this is stuck. There we go. I'm gonna have to reassemble that. But as you can see, the actual basin is transparent. And inside you get, that's the power cord, which we will need. Oh, some spacers, which is nice. Not all include that. And here's gonna be the nutrients. We have some plant tags, domes, and tweezers. And there's some labels in there as well. There's your cages, more cages, and sponges. Now, if we take a look at this basin, it is very nice, transparent, holds 4 liters of water, which is just over a gallon. You have your pump in the middle. This is a water pump, so it's going to circulate water around the inside. And there's a cute little bow on the front. But I'm telling you, I'm not that much of a fan of the bow. And I learned watching another video that you can just slide that right off if it's not your thing. So I'm gonna take that off for now. Here's the light, LED light as usual. Just slides here down in the back. And what I really like about this design is that you can remove this whole thing. What I found with some brands is that the light is affixed on there pretty permanently. So when it's time to clean the basin, you risk messing up your light. With this one, you can just slide the light out and you can take this to your sink and wash it. It's safe to put the pump in water, or you can remove these screws here if you want to really get in there and clean the pump. But let's put this back. Let's raise up our light. And you would plug your pump right in here. The power cord goes here on the bottom. This is a full spectrum LED light that goes up to 14 inches. Gives you some nice growing space for your 12 pods. You can plant micro-dwarf tomatoes, lettuce, peppers, Asian greens, radishes, anything that will fit within this space. Now, of course, there are some rules that we like to abide by, no matter what your brand is. For example, if I was planting micro-dwarf tomatoes and something like this, I would probably do only 2 plants, 1 on each side. If I'm doing radishes, I'm going to fill them all up. If I'm doing lettuces, I'm going to fill them all up. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to plant in here yet. I'm going to have a look at my seeds and see. But meanwhile, we can get this baby filled up with water and put the cages in. I'm definitely going to plant something quick growing so we can see how well it works. I'm thinking possibly radishes or lettuce, because lettuce sprouts fast, arugula sprouts fast. I'm gonna put something in here that sprouts fast so I can get you an update in a few days. Of course, I threw it on the floor. So if I was not using all 6 here, that's when my spacers would come into play. So instead of putting this here, you use one of these to cover up the space that you're not using. And that keeps algae out of the tank, just like the special transparent finish here keeps light out of the tank so you don't get algae. We also have pod labels. So you put your sponge in, you put your label over it, that keeps light out. And all these things help prevent algae. Algae can be very bad for your seedlings. A little bit of algae, not bad. Too much algae can actually kill your seedlings. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to take all my sponges, I'm going to put them in. What I want to do is put water in here and let them soak a bit. I prefer to plant in wet sponges just to make sure they are fully ready to go. So now let's get some water. As I stated, it's just about a gallon. I'm gonna go get that. All right, not sure how, but I realized I was missing one sponge, so I went to grab one from downstairs. Now let's go ahead and put this water in and see if I can do this without spilling it all over the place. This is a 1 gallon container, so we should be putting all of this in. All right, there we go. If we take a close look here at our water line, it is right at the 4-liter mark. So as stated, that's about 1 gallon. While these sponges soak, I'm gonna go choose some radish seeds. All right. While I was plugging it in, I found the missing sponge. It had fallen back there. And I changed my mind about the radishes. I'm going to do this Hedu Tiny Bok Choy, which I've grown before. They are really small and really cute, so it should have no problem having 12 in here. My sponges still need a little bit more soaking, but I'm gonna go ahead and get these seeds in. I'll keep watch on them. These are pretty small. I'll try to do this just with my fingers. Just put one in the center of each pod. Just got one stuck in my fingernail. It went somewhere. There might be a random bok choy popping up somewhere. Let me make sure I didn't miss any. Sometimes it's kind of hard to see the little tiny brown seed on the brown sponge, but I got them all. Put my extras back. Now I'm going to stick my labels on to keep algae out. Oh, that one tore in half, but that's okay. They don't have to be perfect. Actually, I'm seeing now, they included the labels that usually go with the smaller pods that I've seen come with a different brand. They don't quite fit these perfectly. So what I'm gonna do is leave these to the side because I don't think they're going to cover perfectly unless I perfectly center them. And I'm gonna go get some of my homemade ones. All right, here's some that I print on my Cricut that I know will fit. More steps to this process, as with planting all gardens like this, and that is to put your domes on because the humidity helps the seeds germinate a little bit faster. And then we just want to lower the light down to the lowest settings. So once these babies start sprouting, they will have good light I do love how low the light goes. Turn it back on, even though seeds do not need light to sprout, but keep it on so when they come up, they have light. Okay, so this bok choy I anticipate will sprout probably in about 3 days, sometimes 2 days. So I'll be back with an update. And please like and subscribe if you want to watch this progress. All right, 5 days after planting up my aHopeGarden, I have removed all domes except one. Let me raise this up a bit so we can see. All of my tiny bok choy except one has sprouted, which is pretty good odds. But if I look in there, you can't see it on the camera. It looks like it's doing something, so I'll wait a day or two to see if that one sprouts before I replace it. They're looking great, growing fast. Bok choy, Asian greens, most brassicas, lettuce, all that stuff sprouts pretty fast. So I'm looking forward to seeing the roots start to grow and develop. And yeah, I'll keep you posted on how this does in the long term. Let's put the light back down. When you're growing seedlings, you want to keep the light as low as possible. This unit, the light goes pretty low, like that. And as they grow, I will raise it up. All right, stay tuned for more.